So, hi everyone, and welcome to Mr. and Mrs. G Talk Business. This is your opportunity to find answers to those burning business questions that are keeping you awake at night. So, today, let's talk about on versus in. Now, if you're anything like me, it's one of those concepts that drives you crazy. What exactly is the meaning of working on your business as opposed to working in your business? One of the challenges for most business owners are just what should we be doing with our time? Because we're not sure. We tend to do some pretty dumb stuff, to be fair.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. In actual fact, I was talking to a business owner just last week, and he was working God knows how many hours in the business. And I asked him how many of those hours, what we call his true hourly rate, and also take into consideration here that I was making the assumption that he was the highest paid person in his business, which is not always the case. So when he gave me his hourly rate, which by the way was way too low, I then asked him what percentages a week did he spend doing tasks that he would pay someone else that hourly rate at, and that percentage was really low as well. And I think one of the challenges is that we in business, as business owners, we do some pretty dumb stuff, or we pay a lot what I call dumb tax. And one of the ideas we've got is that we are shoved into this work week, which looks 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, in most cases a lot longer than that. For some strange reason, we feel the need to have to fill our days with activities, and most of those activities we'll find are way below a business owner's pay grade. And when we should be looking at filling our days instead with the real high value, high impact activities that are going to grow the business and take the business towards its goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of stupid stuff is what I would describe as working in the business. And the result of doing that stuff is you're working hard to stay exactly where you are. So working on the business is the opposite, which is the stuff that is going to take us towards our goals.
Yeah, absolutely. On the business is the activities that take you towards your vision, I'm guessing, or your goals, your aspirations. So if you were to consider this from the Stephen Covey's urgent and important matrix, the on the business stuff is very definitely something that sits in the not urgent and important box. And that's the stuff that's really going to change the business trajectory towards where the business owner wants it to go. And the other box we're going to find ourselves mostly in is going to be the demand box, which is urgent and important. And that's full of all the operational activities we take part in. And also that's where all the firefighting that comes at us on a daily basis sits. So those are the two boxes we want to be working in or spending our time in on a daily basis. But the big question is how do we divide those two boxes up? And how do we define, or how do we plan the percentage of the time we're going to be spent actually working on those quadrant 2 activities, those not urgent but important activities, the working on your business activities?
Yeah, it's a question I often ask people. What percentage of the week is actually invested in that box? And more often than not, the answer is a very, very small percentage, even minuscule, which leads to a bigger question. If you're not investing your time to work on your business, who is working on your business?
Yeah, that's a good point. Something I always ask my clients to do, particularly those who are coaching towards exiting the business, is let's just say, for instance, they're planning on exit in 5 years' time. Now, and let's keep this simple. Let's say in a working year, there's sort of 200 working days. Now, I'm being extremely presumptuous there. I'm presuming that you're taking your days off, you're taking your weekends off, you're getting your holidays, you're having your bank holidays off, and you're not working 24/7, 365. So between now and 5 years' time, if it's 200 working days, then you've just got 1,000 more working days before you exit. Now, if you consider and ask the question, how much time do you actually spend working on the business on a daily basis? And if you were, I've been going to be generous here and say, if 10% of the working day was given to those activities, and I think that is being really generous. It's probably in most cases less than 5%. In some cases, zero. Is being spent. Let's just say 10%. So if you've got 1,000 days, that means you've got 100 days left to work on your business. 100 full working days to work on your business. Now, ask yourself the question: if you only had 100 days to do it, where your business is, from where your business is now to where it needs to be, so that you can exit it and it can provide for you the lifestyle you want when you've exited it. What are your chances of actually achieving that based on what we just said now?
Yeah, absolutely. And the truth is, if you're just going day to day firefighting, then you're going to be in the same position as you are now, if not worse. So spending 90% of your days working in your business on the urgent and important stuff doesn't look like such a great investment now, does it?
No, not at all. Particularly when you think those 5 years, they're going to fly by. Particularly if you're doing the same thing year in and year out. And that leads to another interesting questions, because sometimes you ask people how long you've been in business and they'll tell you they've been in business 10 years. And if you have, by the way, well done, you're bucking the trend. But actually, sometimes when we look into that and we dig into it and look on further reflection, a lot of people who've been in business 10 years have actually only been in business 1 year. They just relived it 10 times.
Yeah, absolutely. So effectively, then what we're saying is, working on the business is working on anything that progresses you towards your goals, your vision, and your aspirations. And anything else is working in the business.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So thanks for watching. Who do you know, a friend, a colleague, someone who would benefit from watching this? Go ahead and share the video with them. If you've got any ideas for how people can invest more time working on their business, then share them in the comments below. We as a community can grow and learn together. If you have a question that you would like answered, pop that into the comments below. And if you've not subscribed, follow the link below so that you can get notification of every single time we post a new video. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video.
Oh, and remember, go make it a cracking day.
It's